you're trying to put together to make the most points. So a lot of the games are games that people are already familiar with, so it's not like you have to figure the whole thing out from scratch. You already have kind of an understanding of how it works, which is great. So even when you come in and it's a brand new game, you'll be able to pick it up really fast and figure out what's going on right away. And the other thing I should mention is we have this host program where new players get matched up with an experienced player. So when you come to our site for the first time, you'll be matched up with a host, and hosts are other players who have volunteered to help the new players and kind of show them the ropes. And so you'll be in a room with them, and you'll play with them, and they'll explain to you how everything works and maybe introduce you to some other people. So you don't have to feel intimidated when you come in that you don't know what's going on or you don't know anybody, you don't have any friends yet, that type of thing. So you'll have a buddy right away when you first hit the site that'll kind of take you through and show you what's going on.
Well, you've been a very busy woman.
Yes.
You had to figure out the various games, and you had to find these volunteers.
Right, yeah, and actually the volunteers, they love hosting, so that was not a problem at all. People, like I said, because it's such a friendly, cooperative site, people love to help other people, so they are happy to sign up and be hosts. They absolutely love it. So that was the least of my trouble.
What was the most? That's good you bring that up. What was the most difficult to really get this
I think
going?
probably the most difficult is the technology behind it. It seems rather simple, but there's so much stuff going on, and we have all these spins every second, and so getting the technology working and the right equipment and that type of thing was probably the hardest part to get everything worked out with that. And then of course we adjust the games here and there and that type of thing, but that part was probably the more intuitive part, of what people would like and how the games would work and that type of thing.
So you have a webmaster, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we do. We have a great engineering team and who handle all that stuff. So luckily that's not my area of expertise.
Well, you're the marketing guru, and that's how it happens. All right. So where do you see this going next? Do you have any plans?
Well, I think it's...
Besides what you just said, there's something else. But, I mean, are you going to be able to develop on this particular idea anything else? And I have no idea what it could be, but...
Yeah, I mean, we've entertained a lot of different ideas. What we found is that people usually have a lot of things in common, like they like to read, or, they're at a book club, or maybe they really like to cook, and there could be an opportunity to do something with recipes, or, there's a lot of different things, a lot of different directions that we could go with the whole thing. So, we think of it more, it looks like a game, but really it's more of like a social, not a social network, but a place to socialize for people. So, creating other opportunities for them to do that, both in and outside of the game, those are kind of the things that we're looking at. So, we think of it more like Facebook for a different kind of a crowd, where you're sharing information and you're talking to each other every day, but you're doing it in a different type of environment, and you're doing it while you're playing games and while you're having fun.
And I was thinking about dates. I don't mean dates, but I was thinking someone getting off, say, look, I'm going to be back at 2:00 on Tuesday. Will you be there?
Yeah, they do that. They absolutely do that. They have standing dates where they're going to, every Tuesday at 7, we're all going to get together and play, or I'll be back tomorrow at 2, and then they'll miss people, like, oh, I haven't seen Anita for a couple of days. I hope she's okay. I'm going to go and see what's going on. So, they definitely know each other and play with each other, and are concerned if they don't see a friend for a couple of days and that type of thing. But they absolutely make dates, and we find that even in families, maybe there's 2 sisters, and they're one of their children or something like that. They'll all hook up at a certain time so they can play and they can talk and that type of thing. And I think of it like bridge or like bingo or something like that. You're playing a game, but really what you're doing is you're having fun and socializing with your friends.
But now you're talking to them by typing in your messages, right? If you want to say hello, you say what you want to do. Now, can everyone see what you're saying?
Yes, everyone can see what you're saying in the room, but you can also have a private chat if you want. So I could set it up and send you a little ping and say, Anita, let's have a private chat. And if you say okay, then we can talk privately without anyone else being able to see. So,
okay, I can see someone saying, hey, we had fun yesterday, didn't we? But
yeah,
that's great. Well, I have to tell you that, it's just absolutely been wonderful, and we have a couple of minutes left. But I marvel at what you did, and you and your husband. You know, the target market are baby boomers and our I call them young seniors because I don't care how old they really are chronologically. They are young, especially the ones you're attracting. And this is just the beginning. There's so many things that are going to happen on the computer, and this is a very good, friendly way to get people maybe who are a little afraid to get on a computer. It's easy. And I didn't go through that with you, but I know that if they just, because I've been on your site, if you just click on your site, which of course is the Winster.com. It's easy. You're not going to be afraid. They don't ask you funny questions. All you have to do is, sign in. They give you a way to get a name that's your name, and it's free. And now you're really on the internet. When your grandchildren say to you, "Well, Grandma, what have you been doing?" "Well, I've been on the internet playing games." "No, I'm not gambling. I'm just meeting people." They'll be very proud of you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I think that when you get comfortable with that, then, you also feel comfortable doing other things online. So it's a nice foray for people into a nice, safe environment, and then, they can maybe branch out into other things with their grandkids or things like that, as you mentioned.
Yep. And I like the idea that people have to share in order for someone to win. That's a great philosophy. It sounds like that's a little bit of your personality. I guess when you have children so close in age as you do, that's what it is. Well,
yeah, you're right.
We'll just tell Jerry that we're sorry he wasn't with us, but we did a good job without him. And
we did. We don't need him.
And we're glad that he helped you, and it was wonderful talking with you. And I thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
It was wonderful. Okay. Thanks again, Michelle. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.